G'day gang, welcome back to some more PuzzleCombat Alliance War action with me, Governor. Today we have got ESF, Elite Strike Force that is, matched up with Rosa De Los Vientos, which is a Spanish alliance, I'm pretty sure, fairly sure it's Spanish, but it translates to the Compass Rose, which is a little bit of an interesting name. So yeah, we're in against La Diabla to start with. So Ghost Tank, it's a pretty strong defense team, not gonna lie. So we've got a fairly decent squad of heroes, I think. So we've gotten Zodiac for some charge control, Equani and Fiddle for a great combination with charge control. And then I've thrown in Ghost for some damage healing, or pseudo healing rather. And then Wyatt for some actual healing. So not too bad to start ourselves off with. We've got some okay green tiles in. A little unfortunate not to get the kill there on Ghost. Yeah, I needed probably one more green tile to get that kill shot off, but I mean, we didn't get it, so there's no point really lamenting about it. Couple options here. I elect to take the safer move in terms of the number of tiles to sling on Ghost. Ended up not actually making any matter whatsoever because we ended up getting a big tile cascade, and then yeah, that tile cascade, unfortunately, with some really quality targeting and some bad RNG on my front, results in me going from 5 heroes with full special skills to being completely dead. And this is about the 4th time I've watched that back, and I still genuinely don't know where it went so wrong. I did identify there was one move that I should have made a little bit differently in the middle of the game, but it just didn't play out for me. So yeah, a bit unfortunate, I think. So yeah, we're in again. This time we've got Voltus de Cuba. So nice, I guess, kind of opening board to start ourselves off with. There's only been 3 green tiles so far. We've got another 4, but they are completely unlinked. There's no way to really match them. Looking at this move right here, you'll see a move that I do make, and it's the wrong move, which is that popping. What I should have done was there was a purple match 3, I think it was, or a yellow match 3 horizontally on the left side of the board. It would have cascaded a red match 3 and then auto matched the green tile. So the 2 on the bottom and the 1 on the left hand side there. That was the right move to make. Unfortunately, I didn't make it, so we are in a bit more of a prickly situation where we've got enemy Dragon Fist and the enemy Pulse charged with absolutely nothing I can do about it. So yeah, it's rough from here is what I'll say. So I think looking back at this fight, there was a winning move I could have made, which was that yellow match 3, which would have cascaded eventually the green match 3. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it at the time, and yeah, we played this one out and ended up with a loss. And I was a little bit frustrated at the end of it because from my immediate perspective, there was literally 3 matchable green tiles for the vast majority of that fight. It's only looking back at this fight and really analysing it that I was able to spot that cascadable match 3 as well in turn, I think it was 3 or 4. But either way, it was a pretty rough green board in terms of the tiles that were available to use. So next up, we've got Padules. We've got to shake it off. We've got to get ourselves into a good frame of mind to try to at least get some points. So this fight, by comparison to the last one, is just an absolute cakewalk. Like, I'm talking, we've got so many green tiles that we could make these matches about 15 different ways, and they would still cascade out to being an absolutely cracking board. So you can see all the green tiles I could possibly want. Cascades on the left-hand side. We've charged, recharged our heroes, fired off pretty much everyone's special skill at this point, and we're just pumping tiles and damage out. And not really worrying about it. So yeah, very, very, very different board to the first one. But yeah, much more enjoyable fight at the end of it for me. So yeah, there we go. Easy win for the first actual win of this war. The other 2 were, yeah, pretty rough. Next up, we've got Kill 'em. So this is the 3rd Iona tank I think I've faced, which is, she is a bit annoying in the tank position. She's got a very high charge speed, and her effect basically means that if she fires her skill, you are pretty much guaranteed to lose one of your heroes. And the reason I say that is her effect is something called Soul Connect. And basically what it does is any damage you deal to her, she gives off in equal amounts to an enemy hero that she's targeted. So yeah, if you are unfortunate enough to cop the Soul Link, it is very difficult to have your hero survive after that effect is procced. Unless you literally just wait the turns out and do no damage to her. Which, I mean, in the tank position, is pretty hard to do. So this fight has cascaded out really nicely. We've gotten a lot of red tiles, which means that Bunraku has fired a number of times, which is pretty decent damage. I intentionally on this fight equipped the burn gun on her, which meant that I was able to use a bit of indiscriminate targeting with Topaz. But if you scroll that one back a little bit and pause it at the end of that fight, you will see there are an absolute metric crapload of buffs active on that fight, and it is a team that I have used previously to quite good effect in the buff boosting tournaments, just because of the number of buffs that everyone gives off. There's also a lot of synergy between some of those buffs as well. You might not realize it, but the the charge for counterattack from Tamika and the charge for damage from White both actually stack with each other, so you can have double charge for the same damage token active at the same time, which is pretty cool. It racks up a lot of charge very quickly. Anyway, that was previous fight. This fight, we've gone against a variant face-off tank. We've got a triple green with 1-1 setup. I have gone with Whack and Mervanaya. A little bit fortunate there with some of that targeting that we managed to have White survive, or variant throttle, sorry, survive to heal Mervanaya back. We've also got another set of Insanity there available from Syntax, and some big damage output from Topaz in the right wing position. So yeah, double tap from, not double tap, but sidestep absolutely going to town on the enemy Foley there, thanks to the Insanity. Pop out some damage from Topaz, refresh the charge control Insanity from Mervanaya, and then just watch as she dies from the poison element. So yeah, pretty good towards the back end of this war. It started off pretty rough. Final flag against Chin 79. Fungi beats tank, with the flank being Syntax for some chart or Insanity from their team. So got to be a little bit cautious of that, because an AoE 3 Insanity hero can wreck your fight, particularly when you look that there's a Foley in the left wing position as well. So that's 2 sets of charge control on the 1 defense team. Nice opening though. We did get a nice green grenade that we could make. We'll just pop that off and get all of those green heroes charged. I will use Chainsaw now against that enemy Ayumi. That's just to block her ability to gain the counterattack buff. Popped off Mortis as well for some big damage, and then Mervanaya on the right hand side to basically prevent Syntax from firing his skill. So you'll note that this fight is a little bit different to normal in terms of the team composition. I don't actually have a green healer in this team. I elected to go with 3 green damage dealers and bring an off-color healer. So generally speaking, I don't tend to do this, because it means that in order to get your healing, you are making matches which are going to be dealing minimal or no damage. It worked out alright in this case because I didn't end up needing the healing, but you will note that I have managed to kill everyone and still not charge Pulse that first time. So yeah, another good win for ESF here. Fairly decent margin of victory, 7-3 versus 6-0. You can see my first 5 flags there. There's a 6th one further up there, which we won't talk about, but yeah, last 5 flags, or rather the last 4 flags, were quite good. So even though I got 4 kills and 2 partials, we did end up in 28th position, which is quite low down. So it just shows how many really great scores we had from our side of things. Like you can see, of the 10, I think it's 9 out of 10 in the top position. So no flags our side, 4 flags their side. Would have made a difference though to this war outcome. But yeah, GG's. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry, I lost my words. I'll catch you guys around. Till then, good luck, stay safe, and happy gaming. Bye!